before I present this letter, I also would like to brag about Jabu and to just inform you that when I was traveling some time ago to Europe, I was flying Emirates Airline, not SAA. Emirates. And when I listened to the music, as we're cruising now, the selection had from Africa only one artist, and that was HHP. The rest was from Britain and America, and Jabu was the only artist who was scheduled on the selection. Thank you. When we don't understand the things that occur in our lives, we often find a way to externalize our thoughts. By so doing, we are afforded a different perspective, thus allowing ourselves to vent out the perplexing emotions. From times immemorial, letter writing has been a powerful tool used to express various feelings. Here before me, ladies and gentlemen, is a letter from Tereso to her son, a silent voice of a mother's heart, a heart overflowing with memories which are striving to remain indelible. I feel honored today to be chosen to present this letter to you, and it is not by mistake. If I may present a very brief history of my relationship with Tereso. We went to Teflop University together. We became friends, the Batswana friends, in Teflop. When she finished her studies at Teflop, she was offered a job by the then Botswana government in Mahikeng. She didn't know anybody but the Tawana family in Mahikeng. So just one day, we had a knock at our door with a suitcase. She was carrying a suitcase to come and ask to live with us while she was working. And she was welcomed by Peli and Benny and my siblings as a sister. And that's how she came to Mafikeng, and she stayed with us until she became independent. A letter to my son. Boy, I can hardly believe it's been 10 days since you left us to start a new life that I have yet to see. I am scared to think that I may never be the person I used to be, because a part of me seems to have died with you that day. But being a strong believer that you are, I can feel your heavy loving hug and that whisper that says, God is with you, Mama. You are not alone. Jabu, there was an incredible feeling of joy when I saw you take your first breath, and a terrible feeling of emptiness when I learned that you have taken your last breath. But between those two breaths, there are 38 good years, which I'm truly and forever thankful to God for. You started off being a son and ended up being a good friend and a confidant. A lot of parents never get to enjoy that privilege. It is very true. You taught me about love where there is hate, to smile where there is pain, giving where there was a need, and to welcome while there is rejection, and praising amidst criticism. Although you are a giant in stature, underneath your left side beats a gentle, forgiving heart that harbored no grudges. Thinking of your good deeds makes me to rest in the words of Psalm 116, verse 15, which reads thus: "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." I'll repeat. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. The saint has bowed. Continue with the good work of a new heavenly home. I will always cherish good moments we had together, the long midnight chats, the gifts you showered the whole family with, and the excitement we shared whenever you released the song. The Lord has called you to be peaceful and to experience a rest that the physical, cruel life did not offer. We will cry and tears will dry, but the memory of you will remain forever in our hearts. Good night, my son, from Mama. Good night.